Punch Out Boxing, delighted to be here with the Singapore kid himself, Phee. So it's time. This is it. It seems to have come out of nowhere really quick. Seems like just the other day we were talking as you as a novice pro, and obviously you didn't want to look too far ahead. Here it is, your first title fight. Frank's story. He's experienced. He's had a couple of 10 rounders. You're ready to go.
I'm ready. Like as I said in my promo, it weren't we were waiting out of fear. We were just waiting out of preparation. Now I'm ready, and it's time for me to win my first title.
And you recently changed coach. I think you've already said on social media it weren't no falling out or anything with Billy. It's just schedules and all of that. First fight, who's it with? And yeah, going straight into a title fight with a new coach.
Yeah, my coach is Josh Pritchard out of McGregor Gym in Leytonstone, and I've had a really good camp so far. Obviously I've still got 4 weeks to go, but it's been a really great camp so far. I've been learning loads, boxing wise, and all the strength conditioning, all the extras that we do, and being around great fighters has made me a better fighter already, and it will show on the night.
Yeah, you seen much of Frankie? Like I said, he's already had a couple of title fights, Southern area title fights, so he's experienced at this level. What are the traits he's got, the abilities that you see as a challenge for you?
I've had a watch, I'd be silly to sit here and say, oh yeah, I've never watched him because I have, and I think he does some things well, but I think I do everything better. And, he obviously he's probably going to think the same, and that's what makes it a good fight.
Was he a fighter ever on your radar? Was it just when the fight was announced?
I was told there's this kid, Frankie Story, John the Boxer, and I said, yeah, and that was it.
Oh, so you didn't know it was for a title?
No, I mean, I knew it was for title, but do you know what I mean? I got the fight put to me, and then I said, yeah, and then I looked at him, and then, yeah, went from there.
So when you hooked up with Josh, did he say, yeah, you're ready for a 10 rounder, next one, let's go?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So you think you've learned, done all that sort of groundwork in, those first 7 fights against the sort of journeyman? You think, obviously, there's always learning, but the groundwork is done properly.
Yeah, I've had my education. It's ready for me to push on for titles and to start to be in big 50-50s and big fights. My apprenticeship's done. I'm 7-0, and it's time for me to push on now.
So from here on, it's business only, no more fun, because from here on, you're going to be fighting guys who are not coming to survive and just pick up a paycheck. They're coming to take your head off. So, do you think you physically and more importantly psychologically, you're up at a different level now?
I'm ready for it. I'm 110% ready for it. You watch my last fight. That was the fella who come to try and take my head off. And I got through it, and that's a sign of a champion. And I will be a champion.
Also, I wonder what about all the stuff sort of away from the boxing. All the media stuff and bigger platforms, all of that. Psychologically, again, you ready for all that?
I've done this so many times. I've done this. I've all my 7 fights have been on Toptier, so I've done this loads of times. Do you know what I mean? It's just another fight to me.
Tell us about what sort of guys you managed to get sparring in preparation for this.
Yeah, I sparred with Tom Wellen, who's over there. I sparred him. That was a good round. Connor Mitchell, son of Kevin Mitchell. I've done quite a lot of rounds with him this camp. Um, yeah, I've had some good rounds, with Southern Area champions, English champions, things like that. So yeah, I've really enjoyed my sparring, and yeah, I've had a 10 round already, and I'm going to keep going and building.
So far you've always been a polite kid, but now that you're in the championship sort of scene, we're going to start seeing some call outs, bit more talk about potential rivals because that's, as you know, part of the marketing. I'm sure for none of you it's not really personal. Generally, it's. But can we see some of that?
I ain't got nothing personal against anyone. My main target's Frankie at the moment, and when I get past him, I'll look for the next target. But I ain't got my eyes on anyone really, just Frankie. That's it.
Do you have a particular sort of route in mind for the year? Like, presumably beat Frankie. Do you want to defend that title, or do you want to sort of move up the ranks quickly and like go for the next level up?
I can't even tell you, to be honest with you. Again, my mind's always been like this. My mind's always been very tunnel vision. Every single fight, I don't really picture after the fight. I don't really even picture the day after. Do you know what I mean? I just put everything into that fight and then see what's next after that.
Tell me, how excited are you? Again, like I said, seminal moment in your career, first title fight.
I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing. I can't wait to get my first title.
What you've been dreaming for years?
100%. 100%. Coming up, I watched Mark McDonough do it for the Southern area, and now it's my turn.
Expecting a lot of fans coming up from Kent to cheer you on for your first big night?
Yeah, yeah, it'll be good. You know, the people that sit in will love a Southern Area title fight. You know, mine's no exception. And yeah, it's going to be really, really good.
Yeah. Hopefully Johnny can get that much promised Kent show, and there's quite a few of you, including this man, Alex, wanting a Kent show. You guys deserve it.
Of course, the fucking traffic through the tunnel's too bad, so we got to get a Kensho on.
Yeah, they're charging for the Blackwall Tunnel now, so come on. Promoters, get these Kent boys a local show. All right. Uh, Absolute pleasure as usual. Good luck for the 7th. Tune in on the DAZN app. And we'll see the Singapore kid make his first title win.